You are watching NetSoft IT Academy. 905-812-2923. info@netsoftacademy.com. www.netsoftacademy.com.
Welcome back to AZ-104 series. In this video, we will cover how to configure access to Azure Storage, a very critical aspect of securing your company's data. Here, we will see how to configure Azure Storage Firewall and virtual networks. We will also check out SAS token, that stands for Shared Access Signature Tokens. Then we will see how to give complete access with the help of the username of your account and access keys. Then we will see the implementation of identity-based access for your Azure file share. So let's get started. All right, so now let's check out how you can protect your storage account. That is your platform as a service, a PaaS. So Azure do offer firewall for protecting PaaS environments specifically. Now, this is our storage account. If you go there, then you will go to Security plus Networking and click on Networking here. So the first thing you can do to protect your network is to control the access. So if you go here and click on Manage under Public Network Access, this is where either you can disable the access, right? So this will restrict inbound access while allowing outbound access though. Then you can secure by parameter. This is the most restricted. So it restricts both inbound and outbound access using network security parameters. This is the equivalent of NSG for your, let's say, machine or ports. This is network security parameter, NSP, kind of a firewall for PaaS services, or PaaS, platform as a service. Secure by parameter offers the greatest level of inbound and outbound restriction to secure your resources. Now, you can associate a network security parameter to inherit inbound and outbound access rule. So you select this, and then you add your NSP to it. Then according to the configuration of NSP, the access will be granted. So either enable for everyone, disable for everyone, especially for inbound, but outbound is okay. Or this one means follow the NSP rules. If you select on enable, even then you can decide, do you want to enable it from all networks? All network means everything on public domain, the whole internet. Or do you want to enable it from selected network? This is where you can add specific network. Let's say you have virtual network in Canada or some other country, you can add it here. You can also add your IPv4 here. So this will allow select public internet IP addresses. So now, along with your private network, you can also add specific public addresses. Okay? Let's say there are multiple services running on Azure, and you want to give access to that service, not the IP, to the service. So over here, you can select System Assign Manage Identities as well and give them access. All in the current tenant or just subscription or all in current resource, you can decide it. Plus, there are some exceptions. So if you want to give exceptions like this, well, you can select it. Now, all this depends on your scenario. But Azure is just giving you the service or tool to granularly control the access on your storage data. Now, once you select, let's say, this option, then you have to create your NSP. So if you click here, associate, I don't have any profile created. So before you do this, you also have to create NSP, Network Security Parameters. Create it. Give it a name, let's say demo. Canada Central, that's it. Now, this is the important part. So you select your resource here. So click Add your storage account. Then you create inbound access rule. The rule is straightforward. Which IP range or subscription will be allowed? So you can either put a subscription or you can put the IP range. You can put even single IP if you want. Let's say there's a public IP of a specific location. You can put it here. Then if something is going outbound, well, you can also create outbound access rule. Same logic. Destination and allowed destination, like where it can go. So once you create this, then you can add it to your NSP location in storage account. Over here. Now, let's say you have created some service endpoints and you want to configure it. Well, you can always go to View and you can make changes. So you have already configured it first, let's say. Then you want to make changes, you have to come here. It's the same menu which you saw over here. Same thing. Okay. Now, you can also create a private endpoint. Private endpoint simply means there will be a private channel using only Microsoft Backbone. Nothing will go on public domain. And your resource or subservice, let's say container or file share, will connect with your network, subnet, privately, so that the computers inside that subnet can use the data from your container or file share. And no one else will be able to even see your data. Over here, you can again change your network routing. You can prefer internet routing or Microsoft Backbone. Here you can also add a custom domain name. Let's say you have a registered domain with your registrar. You can use it here as well. Domain name will just give a name label to your resource. Now, this was your firewall and creating private network of Azure. So this tab is all about securing or managing access to your storage account. Now look at the access type, right? So how you can access the storage account. This is to protect it, but how will you get in? Well, you need the access key or at least a SAS token, that is shared access signature token. So if you go to, again, security, you will find access keys here. And Azure gives you 2 access keys. One here, and don't worry, you can always rotate it. But remember, if you rotate it, all the servers or services which are connected to this storage account with the old key, yes, they also need a new key now because the authentication and the connection will get terminated. But you get 2 keys, and it's a long string. Now, I will show you what it actually can do. For that, I will just create a test virtual machine. All right, so now I have a machine over here with Storage Explorer installed. Well, this software is free and it's made by Microsoft. You just need to download the latest version for the correct platform and install it. It will look like this. Now, if I go to this connector icon and say I want to connect with subscription, that means I will sign in with my account. Well, if you sign in with your account and you have the permission, you're the admin, or at least you have RBAC permission on this storage account, then you will see it here. Or I can click on storage connection. Now you will see connect via connection string, shared access signature, that is SAS. But the third option is account name and key. Click next. Now I have to add the account name here. Well, for every storage account, the account name is the name of the storage account. So you will put it here. And what is account key? That is your access key. Copy it and paste it here. And click Next, Next, and Connect. And that's it. You are connected to your storage account, demo. But when you connect like this with your storage account name and the access key, you are giving total access. I can check out all the blobs, file share, queues, tables, everything. Well, this have a use case. Sometimes you want to connect to complete service. But sometimes you want to give limited access. Well, in that case, you will move to SAS keys. So before I move to SAS key, I will explain again. Access keys give access to the complete storage account, where storage account name is the username and access key itself is the password. Now click on SAS. This is where you create SAS keys. So basically here you can configure, do you want to give access only to blob? Then remove all this. Do you want to give to service access to container or the object inside it? Yes, I want to do that. Do you want to give read access, write access, delete, list? Like what do you want? I want to give, let's say, read access, and that's it. I don't want to give delete and write access. I can do that. Plus, you also can put a time window. So when this key will be valid and when this key will be invalid. You can put a time. Over here, you can put the IP address. If the request comes from that IP address, only then the access will be granted. Otherwise, it will be blocked. So even IP filter is there. Then you can select if you want to go with the protected way, that is HTTPS connection only, coming from a secure channel, or you are okay with HTTPS and HTTP. And once you are happy with your configuration, you click on Generate SAS key, and the SAS key will be generated for that service. Now pay attention, if I select all service, then the key will be generated for every service. Here. Now these SAS keys can be used again to create a connection. So let me disconnect now, detach. Go here. Now if you want to connect with, let's say, blob, using SAS key, not using your credential, SAS key. And then here you put or copy paste the SAS key. Now the only difference is when you copy paste this SAS URL, yeah, it will not work because after this / you have to enter the name of the container you want to connect. I don't have any container at this moment, but let's say I have a container called demo. So I will do this. All right, now it is complete and it will connect to demo. I don't have demo, so it will not work. I cannot go beyond it. It will just create a new demo for me and you're connected. But let's say you have a container called specific something. Then you have to put that name there. Now, I forcefully created container from my side. If I go here, see? Nothing. No data available. So let's try to upload it. I will not be able to because the specified container does not exist. But what if I create this container there? Yeah, in that case, it will work. Now I will detach this as well. Detach all. Now remember, my string was not just for blob, it was for everything. So everything is now there. Similarly, I can connect with file share, queue, table with SAS key. So that is your shared access signature key. Very useful if you want to give controlled or limited access to someone over your storage resources. Now, there's one more type of access, that is RBAC access. So imagine if you have a file share, let's say. then you can actually allow everyone or every member of your domain to actually access it. Of course, you have to give them privileges, and the privileges will be given via RBAC. So if you go here, identity-based access, and click here, this is where you can connect your network file share with a particular IAM solution, Identity and Access Management solution. You can connect it with Active Directory, that is your on-premise Active Directory. You can connect it with your Entra domain services, right? This is your on-prem Active Directory type of service, but running on Azure. I'm talking about this. Entra domain services. This behaves like on-prem old school Active Directory, but it is offered as a platform as a service by Azure. This is Entra ID. This is completely a different structure. And this is on-prem ID. So if you want to connect, let's say with Entra ID, you will use this and enable this. Okay. So once you do this, you also have to give permission. That means you will go to RBAC, then click on Add Role Assignment. Now, file share use SMB protocols. So these are the permission. And the description is given right away in front of it. So if you give this permission to anyone, this means you are allowing that person to read, write, and delete access. This one is read, write, and delete, plus that person can also modify NTFS permission on the file level. This is just read over your environment. So you give this permission to the user, and then the user can just access that data. So this is how you control access over your storage account. Again, a quick recap. First, you protect your perimeter with the help of firewall, private endpoint, service endpoint, like whatever your scenario is. Then, once your environment is protected, you have to open some channel. You have to allow someone to connect to it. Now, you can either allow someone to access everything by giving the username, that is the name of your account, and access keys, or you can also give limited access with SAS tokens, shared access signature. Plus, it is also possible to domain join your file share so that for this network file share type, your domain user can also use it or use it according to the privilege they have. Now, in this video, we covered how to secure storage with firewalls and virtual networks. You can also use SAS tokens and stored access policies. Plus, we saw how to copy your access key. Remember, there are 2 access keys which you can rotate at any time. Then, we also saw where to enable identity-based access for Azure file share. Well, next up, we will look at how to configure and manage storage accounts, including the account performance and replication settings you can tune or select. So I will see you there. Make sure to practice this at your own time. Create your sandbox environment. For that, you need your own subscription. Go for free subscription, which gives you $200 credit. Now, I will see you in the next video. Until then, take care.
Thank you for watching NetSoft IT Academy. 905-812-2923. info@netsoftacademy.com. www.netsoftacademy.com.